Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going over how to secure your dream fashion internship in 7 easy steps. Not only will I be going over the things that I've done to secure an internship, but I'll be going over the things that I look for when I'm recruiting an intern. I've done countless internships since the age of 16. I've been responsible for hiring interns for other people, and I'm always hiring my own interns too. So these are the 7 steps that I'll be covering, and I'm going to be doing it in a format that's really easy for you guys to follow and for you to take notes. Grab your pen and paper and let's get started. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'll be doing weekly uploads on the fashion industry. So being resourceful is so key in building up your contacts and building up a network in the fashion industry. A lot of people will say it's not about what you know, it's who you know. And even though this is a really bold statement, it is partly true. So you'll often find that a lot of people will say that their mum's, sister's, cousin's best friend got them a internship or a job at a certain place. And even though they were fortunate enough to have that plug to get their foot in the door, doesn't mean that you have to already know someone in the industry. So a way you can build your own network and create contact is by just putting yourself out there. Try and reach out to as many people as you can, message your favorite stylist on Instagram, find their email. And you might be thinking, oh, I don't want to annoy this person, like I really don't want to be on their case, but you kind of just have to put your pride aside and realize in the fashion industry, a lot of things work that way. It's all about reaching out to people that you don't know, people that don't know who you are, and just trying to kind of make a name for yourself and get yourself established and recognized. So it's really important that you know the place or person that you're trying to intern for. Make sure before you apply, you study the place, learn their style of work, what work they've done in the past, their fashion journey, how they got up to the place. Not only will it benefit you before you go into the place because you'll have an idea of what you're walking into, but it's also really respectful towards, say, it's a stylist or a magazine. It just shows you respect the person, you like their work, because ultimately you want to learn from them and they're going to be your teacher. So you want them to see that you're interested in working particularly for them and not just trying to get your foot in the door and use them for an opportunity. For example, if I had 2 different applicants and one applicant was in their final year of studying fashion, they really knew what path they wanted to take and they was just saying how they really want to get some experience but doesn't once mention how they like my work or where they've seen my work. However, in the other application, they're saying, oh, I really love your work. I've been following your work for so many years. I really enjoyed this shoot that you done with XYZ. And they were only in their first year of university or maybe haven't even studied fashion at all. I would always pick the person that shows more interest towards my work because it doesn't just show that they're just trying to use me for an opportunity to get further into the industry. It shows that they actually appreciate my work, they actually want to learn from me because they're inspired by my work. Not only is it flattering, it suggests that they would be willing to put in a lot more hard work and actually listen and pay attention to the stuff that I teach them. Just because the fashion industry is a creative place or you have all these edgy people, these peculiar characters, some people trying to like break the rules and stand out and be like all extra and all of that stuff, it doesn't mean you have to stop being professional. At the end of the day, it's like any other job. If you're choosing to pursue a career in fashion, it's going to be the thing that pays your bills and gets you through life. And to be taken seriously, you must remain professional. So all the things you would expect in another job and what they try and teach you at school. Make sure your social media portrays what you want to be putting out to a potential employer. Personally, I will try and look at whatever I can get access to. Not because I want to judge you, but because I want to see how you want to be portrayed and how you want to be taken by the public and by employers. So if you've got videos of you going out all the time, every weekend, doing up then you're probably not going to be someone that I choose to have as an intern because it's not portraying that you're working hard all the time, you're really on your grind, trying to get to where you want to be, especially if you're at the stage where you want to be an intern. To me, it just kind of says that your priorities are in different places right now. And that doesn't mean if I see one story of you on a night out, I'm gonna automatically cancel you. Even on my page, you'll see things where I've been out with my friends, been at the club, or even holidays, just doing stuff that isn't work, but that isn't the thing that I'm portraying the most. So yeah, just think about what you're putting out there and how you might be looking to everyone else, and how serious you can be taken by other people. Obviously, some places are a lot more relaxed than others, and they might encourage you to be a bit more outgoing, laid back, and not too uptight with your work. But you really just have to use your initiative and think, okay, am I suiting the way this company or stylist person brands themselves? Am I someone that they would want to take on? Also, there's nothing stopping you from having personal social media accounts and professional social media accounts. So if you have your personal ones, make them private so people can't actually go on and see your stuff. Remember, everything that you put out on the internet or the way that you portray yourself in public, there's ways of things getting out. So you just have to make sure nothing can come back and bite you in the ass, because that could be your career over. Think before you put out. So you never know when an opportunity is going to pop up. You could just be bumping into someone on the street and end up talking to them and they're needing an intern for something, or you might be at an event where the conversation comes up and there's an opportunity ready there for you. It's important that you have these prepared, or even partly prepared, for you just to quickly adjust so you can hand these out when the opportunity comes up. All of these things are kind of like an advert for yourself. It's the way that you're going to sell yourself to a potential employer. Also, with LinkedIn in particular, it's a good way to network, because people can just do a quick search and find you and see all the things that you've done in the past, all the skills that you might have, and even some references on there as well. The thing you want to do is send out basically the same thing to different employers, but make sure you tailor it to the place that you're trying to get an internship at. Because say you're applying to be someone's intern and they're a celebrity stylist, but you're also applying for someone that styles e-commerce. You don't want to be sending out the same things, because they might read it and say, but it looks like you want to be styling celebrities. So just try and switch it around and tailor it to the right thing, basically. Employers see so many of these things, so it's so important that you have to stand out and be different from all the others. Whether that's having a play around with the colors, the layout, just do something that's a bit different. And also, because it is a creative industry, it really shows your creative side rather than just being something that's really plain and, I guess, boring. Drop a comment below if you'd like me to go over this in another video, where I can talk about the structure of a CV, what to include, how to make it look nice, and anything else that you might need to know. I feel like this point isn't advised enough to people if they're just at the stage of trying to secure an internship. If you start branding yourself from early and building a portfolio before you start internships, this puts you at an advantage to everyone else. I feel like many applicants haven't actually reached that stage yet, and this can be the thing that makes you stand out, because I don't see it being done that often. A portfolio is kind of a place where you put all your work together. So it can either be online or a physical one, and it's kind of just like a catalogue in a way of all of your work that you've done. At this stage, I don't think it has to be the strongest pictures, because you are still learning. Maybe it can just give an idea of what your natural eye is like for things, what your taste is like, and what skills you might already have. I think it's really important to stress that the way you brand yourself can be the thing that gives you opportunities and make you stand out and make you appeal to certain people. It can be the thing that makes you different from everyone else that's in the same category as you. There's so many different techniques that you can use for branding and ways to get into it and get started. Again, drop a comment below if this is something that you'd like me to do another video on, as it's quite a lengthy topic. As part of trying to secure your dream fashion internship, it's also important to know how you can find it and where to look. If you're based in the UK, there's a website called WORKIE that has loads of advertisements for internships and placements. There's also Facebook groups, which I can link in the information below. Also have a look on LinkedIn. Another way that you can find jobs is maybe by messaging directly the person that you want to work for, finding their direct email. You can do this by searching their names up, going through LinkedIn again where they might put their email on, and just reaching out to them, saying how you're interested in maybe getting some experience. Finally, it's so important that you stand out, you go that extra mile, and you don't give up. If someone hasn't got back to you yet, or they read your message and haven't replied to you yet, don't let that put you off. It's important to remember that fashion is a fast-paced environment, people are really busy, and a lot of the time things are done really last minute. Even though you might feel like you're being a little bit annoying, just make sure to chase things up, be a bit persistent, because they might not have seen your application yet. Also, if you're being persistent, it really shows that you're eager to get the position. And to be completely honest, the world of fashion is a really cutthroat industry, so take these knockbacks with a pinch of salt, because throughout your career you're going to be facing so many more rejections and competition. You just have to prepare yourself to be really thick-skinned, because that's going to be the thing that pushes you through your career and help you become successful. So just a quick recap of all the points. Feel free to pause the video so you can take down some notes. So be resourceful, put your pride aside, put yourself out there and build your own contacts and networks. Remember to research, make sure you know the place or person that you want to work for. Always remain professional, make sure you portray yourself in a way that you want your employer to see you. Have your resume, CV, cover letter, LinkedIn, all these things prepared and ready for any opportunities that might come up. Put yourself at an advantage by building your portfolio from early and branding yourself. Job advertisements aren't the only place to find placements, you can also reach out directly to the person that you want to work for. Stand out from everyone else, try and do the most and never give up. You must have that drive to get into this industry. So if you have these flyers, man. So if you have any questions or if you have any suggestions on any future videos, make sure you comment below and I'll try my best to get back to every single one of you. If you haven't already, make sure you follow both my Instagram accounts. I have one page where I do daily virtual styling looks and another page where I post styling videos on my IGTV. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. Make sure to also give me a thumbs up. And share this video with anyone that might find it helpful. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next week.